and welcome back to our podcast, Cut the Headlights. Today is episode 24.
24, yeah.
And it is our first episode back from the real summer break.
Yeah.
A little apology for the last time. We addressed the summer break multiple times, and it hadn't happened yet. It just happened to be a 3-week break. So.
We criticized the no graphic, no Girl the Grid, and it turns out they didn't do that because it was not summer break yet. In our defense, it was a 3-week break. Right before
1 week before
the 4-week break.
That's ridiculous.
So it just seemed like maybe a smaller summer break. Like they keep trying to add like races to the calendar. It's kind of reasonable to assume maybe they would cut off some of the summer break.
Agree, it's weird. Also,
I don't think we're wrong for that.
Did they post the graphic, the cartoon?
They did.
Oh, okay. So see, good.
I wasn't
they
really,
were on it.
I wasn't really impressed, but
me either. But at least there was something.
There was something. So yeah, we found that out a couple days after. Yeah. We saw a video being like, as we approached the summer break, and we're like, did we not just have the summer break?
This girl has no idea what she's talking about.
I thought it was an old video, but it was talking about current stuff, and I was like, something's not right here.
And it was not summer break.
But seriously, why would you have a 3-week break right before the 4-week break?
Yeah, that's just scheduling mishaps. Come on, do better at F1.
But that's okay.
Because we're back for real.
Yes, and we got Girl the Grid, we got the graphic, and we got a lot of really exciting news. So, just to start off, some major Taylor Swift news has been announced this month. 2 things, but the first one, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are engaged.
Oh, that's the first one?
Yeah. I don't know, I think that's more like, whoa, like it's different.
Really?
We've never gotten this news before.
That's very true. This news has never ever been received. They are engaged. They posted, I heard someone in my class being like, wow, the ring is huge. And I'm like, some influencer like probably got engaged or whatever. And then I open Instagram and I see it. And it's like, they're engaged. And I was shocked. Like, I was not expecting that on a casual weekday at like 12 o'clock.
Yeah, I was in government, and my history teacher from last year walks into the class like 10 minutes before the class ends, and he goes, how do you guys feel that Taylor Swift is engaged? And I go, like, I'm thinking to myself, like, what did he just say? Because there's no way that my history teacher is the one who just told me that Taylor Swift is engaged. And we can't have our phones out at school, so I had to, like, wait. And as soon as I got on the hall, I, like, looked it up, and I was like, oh my God, this is real. It was crazy.
Was so insane.
Yeah.
I'm really happy for them. I think it's really sweet that, like, after all these years of, like, breakup songs and heartache, like she's gonna get married. She's gonna be somebody's wife.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that, like, it's like, I cannot wrap my head around it that, like, the whole saga of, like, dating is, like, finally over. Like, she's gonna be married.
Yeah.
Like, married.
Really crazy. It was so beautiful, though. I heard that it was in, like, Travis Kelce's backyard or something.
That's his backyard?
I think so. Of course. That's, okay, I learned that from a TikTok, so I'm not sure how.
Maybe like, the real proposal was, and then this was just, like, the photo.
No, I heard that it was, like, all set up, and that they were doing it while they were filming the podcast that announced our next piece of news, that they were setting that up in the backyard. And that's why during the podcast, Travis said, we're going to go outside after this. Because he proposed.
That's crazy.
Which I think is so cute, because I feel like it also makes sense to do it somewhere private like that, because when you're, like, as big and well-known as the two of them, like, it's nice to be able to have, like, some privacy in an important moment.
This is literally, like, the American version of, like, the royal wedding.
Yeah.
Like, this is, and the fact that we're gonna see her in, like, a wedding dress, I mean, I don't know if, like, we're gonna see her, but there'll be pictures somewhere.
I don't know.
Like,
I think it'll be, like, a Tom and Zendaya route. How it's, like, when does it happen? You never know.
I don't know. I think, I don't know. I would love to see her in a wedding dress.
I would love to, yeah.
Like, what does the Taylor Swift choose as her wedding dress?
I don't know.
Like, that's insane.
You're right. Wait, I didn't think about that. I do hope we get to see the dress. I feel like, she'll post a couple photos maybe of the wedding, but I don't think we're going to see much.
I agree. I read somewhere, or no, I didn't. I read somewhere. I didn't read somewhere. I'm pretty sure, like, my mom told me.
Oh.
No. So, that, like, Tom Cruise, when he got married, he sold the photos to People magazine, and then he, like, donated all the money to charity.
Oh, that's
because, like, he knew that, like, people were going to want to see, and it was a good way to, like, kind of, like, do something nice and, like, show people what was going on without, like, being, like, exploited.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, was pretty cool.
I think it's a really good...
She could always do something like that, because, I mean, you know, like, people are going to pay high bucks to get to have their photographers there. It's a pretty big deal.
It's a good way to take advantage of that, to do something good. Yeah. That would be good, right? We should send her mail and tell her to do that.
You should be like, what would happen if you just called her up?
Yeah, but I think it's really exciting. The ring is gorgeous.
Enormous.
It's huge. Oh my god. But it is so, I feel like it's huge, yes, but it's very simple in the design. Like, it's just the one
That's
stone.
true.
It's got a simple band. It's not like 80 billion different diamonds all around each other. Like, I think it keeps it very classy and timeless while also being
I agree.
massive.
I like my French teacher, because I was at this like volunteer school thing, and my French teacher came up to me. He's like, "Are you so excited?" And I was like, "Excited about what? Like, to be here? Not really. I kind of wish I was at home." But and he was like, "No, that like your English teacher and your PE teacher are getting married." So I was a captain, and I was like, "Oh my god, like yes." So it's like, I love that it's like it reached like my French teacher who's like in his 40s and like German.
Not what I would have expected.
And like, so I just love like the range that's like, and the day, it was like that day, like that news diffused quick.
Yeah.
It was so funny.
I mean, how can you miss Taylor? Like, whether you hate her or like her or anything, like,
Literally.
she's getting married. Like, you can't miss
Like,
that.
people are trying to hate on the engagement. Like, oh my god, get a life. Like,
Can you let her live? Like, Jesus.
someone was like, your English teacher? She's a billionaire. English teachers are poor. And it's just like, okay, she obviously wasn't saying she has the lifestyle of an English teacher. It's like a fan joke.
Yeah.
Please get over yourself. Like, I'm aware some people are a little parasocial with their relationship with her, both like fans and haters, you know, like people
Yeah.
act like they know her, and it's just like everyone just needs to relax a little bit. Like, you can be happy for this famous person and just be like, oh, that's cute. You don't have to find some criticism of it. Like,
Yeah.
like
You
if
just
you
be
don't
happy that she
critique
just got
it, that,
engaged.
that doesn't make you like a Swiftie to just be happy for a person who found love, guys. Like, we can just be chill with that.
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty great.
But I'm really excited. I
I'm
think
excited
it'll
for
be
her
really,
too.
really great. So, yeah, on to
Yeah.
our second Taylor news. Also pretty massive.
Pretty massive. She announced TS12, her 12th album. It's gonna be called The Life of a Showgirl, and it is crazy. Like, the cover is so different than stuff she's done before. She announced it on Travis and Jason Kelsey's podcast, which was really cute. I watched the entire thing.
Right before getting engaged?
Yes, it was so sweet though. Like, the whole video was like so cute and so sweet of them. Like, they seemed like such a happy couple, but it was really cool. She announced it on there. It's out October 3rd. The track list, she said it's 12 tracks. She said that Tortured Poets, it had a lot of tracks because it was really just kind of this like catharsis through music for all that she's been going through. But she said she worked really hard on just these 12 tracks to make them like as special as possible. It's kind of a behind the scenes of what went on during the Eras tour, and I'm really interested. There's one feature, Sabrina Carpenter, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm not loving, because I really like the title, The Life of a Showgirl, and I don't love Sabrina's music as of recently, and I'm really nervous that it's gonna like wear it down, but I'm hoping.
I feel like it's gonna just like cheapen it in a
I
sense.
agree. I completely agree. That's a good way to
Taylor's
say it.
brand is very timeless. Like, you know, she's been doing this for so long. Like, you know, and then Sabrina's is kind of, it's giving like micro trend in a way. Like, her brand
It's giving like TikTok comments on her lyrics.
yeah, her brand doesn't seem timeless. And I mean, it's clearly not, because we can see like the complete shift. Like, Taylor's shifted like from eras, but you can still tell that it's like the same artist. Sabrina, it's like, what is it, Emails I Can't Send, and like her new stuff.
I'm very hopeful that Taylor will bring out the Emails I Can't Send side of Sabrina, but I'm a little nervous. I don't love when people are featured on any song in general, honestly.
Yeah.
If an artist announces their album, I want to hear like their music. You know?
I think I liked all the features on Tortured Poets though. I think those were like
those were done
really,
well.
really good. But
I agree.
yeah, I agree. Like, when you just see like Sabrina Carpenter, I feel like it's not the same artistic vibe.
Agreed.
In a sense, but you know what? We haven't heard it. I'll give it a chance.
Same. I'm hopeful. I'm really excited. There's one track called "The Fate of Ophelia," which I think is really cool. It's inspired by this like Hamlet play, which I think will hopefully sound very cool. Like, I'm excited for like the sonic aspect of it.
Yeah.
I'm also really excited for track 5, just because her track 5s are always like her deepest songs. This one's called Eldest Daughter, which I'm not loving because I'm like a younger sibling, but
Like, you can't.
I
relate
feel
to
a
it.
little excluded, but that is okay.
What's the one that
Technically, I have an older brother, so I am the eldest daughter in a sense because there's no younger daughter, so it's gonna be my thing. She can't. She has an older sister.
True. What is the one. If I think about it just on my mom's side, though, I am the eldest daughter.
That's true.
I am my mother's eldest daughter. What's the one that you said you thought would be maybe about Blake Lively?
Oh, ruin the friendship.
Yeah.
Some people are saying that like it could be ruin the friendship as in like going from like friends to lovers.
I don't think so.
That's not how her and Travis started, you know, like with Joe Alwyn, like yeah, I think they used to be like they started out as like friends and then they like became a relationship. But that's not how her and Travis like started out dating. Like that's how they met each other was through like a romantic desire. So I don't think that makes sense. So I really think it's gonna be about Blake Lively, and
I think that would be so interesting because we've heard like nothing from her, like directly about that. So I'm really, really excited. And now because we don't get like Rep TV, we can't see like who Blake's daughter's voice was replaced with. So I feel like this will be like
that's true.
Really interesting to see.
There's some like one-worders. It's like canceled opalite. What even is that?
I don't know.
It's a rock. I looked it up. It's like stone.
It's stone. Yeah.
Wood. Like I don't know what to take from wood.
Wood like firewood or would've, coulda, should've. Wood.
Wood like WOOD like firewood.
Interesting.
Like that's weird, right?
That's a little bit out of place. I feel like.
Canceled is in like all caps and with an exclamation point, and like I don't really know what it's gonna be about. Like I get there's always haters, but she was kind of alive and thriving during the Eras tour.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Like what is like opalite? There's also honey.
Interesting.
There's actually romantic.
I'm really excited for like the vibes of these songs. I feel like so far what we've seen in all like the covers and stuff, it's such a shift from Tortured Poets.
Agreed.
I think it's amazing.
And there's big news that the producers who originally worked with her on 1989 are coming back for this album, which is just huge because 1989 is like a really pop album. And so she's worked with like Jack Antonoff and Aaron Dessner a lot the past few years. And so, I mean, obviously her sound has like changed. Like obviously like Midnight is different from Tortured Poet and stuff like that, but they're all a little bit more cohesive than stuff like 1989. And so these producers, the 1989 producers, are just so talented. They've created some really good albums, and I'm so insanely excited that they are on this album.
I'm really, really
excited. That's like a huge deal to me. I'm like, it's big.
Yeah.
Like these are like legendary producers in like pop music. I'm so excited.
I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
I'm just really excited just to see it overall. I love the color scheme, orange and green. Yeah. Like I wasn't sure how to feel at first, but I feel like it's so different. It's a good aesthetic.
I like it. Yeah. Agreed.
It's like all in all, like the different alternate covers are being like very like chaotic so far.
Yeah.
But in
very
a really,
like
really
burlesque-y type of vibe.
I'm excited.
As am I.
I am so excited. So yeah, we'll talk about that more as we get closer to October 3rd, obviously. But yeah, something to look forward to. And then just shifting off, we're still in the current news. Oh my god. We have the Cadillac driver lineup official announcement. I think we all knew who it was gonna be. I don't think this was a surprise to anybody, but it has been confirmed that Sergio Perez and Valtteri Bottas are gonna be the drivers for next year.
I'm not totally sure how to feel. Like, I'm happy for them because I think it's always kind of sad when a driver's like chance gets taken away from them. But I would like to see someone like totally new, shake it up. But I am happy for them. I think they'll be a cute duo, a cute pairing, especially in their first year. Like, I don't know how long their contracts are.
I'm not sure.
But
I saw somebody
I'm happy for them.
saying, and that made me kind of like agree with why they chose to go with more experienced drivers. It's just like they're coming in as a new team. Like we haven't had 11 teams in so long. Like this is a really new thing right now. And I think it's kind of good to get their footing starting off with drivers who they already know are experienced. They know these drivers can win races.
That's very true.
And then once they're more settled, then they can shift their focus to the younger driver market. And I think that's a really good idea because you don't want to be dealing with inexperienced drivers and a brand new team.
Yeah, like, it's a smart way to start up, I think.
Yeah, I agree. But I'm really excited to see them.
These were drivers, like, in their prime, they were, like, really excellent drivers.
Yeah.
Like, Valtteri Bottas still holds, like, one of, like, the records for, like, most podiums ever. Except for, like, obviously, like, the big names. Like,
he's up there.
Lewis Hamilton and, like, Max Verstappen and Michael Schumacher and stuff. Like, Valtteri Bottas has more podiums than almost anybody on the grid right now, which is really crazy.
I'm really, really excited to see them back. I know it's been made clear that I'm not the biggest fan of Sergio, But like I've always said, I'm not a fan of him being at Red Bull. I would love to see him on the grid, just not at the top team. So I think maybe this will be a good chance for us to repair our bond.
I think so too. I love that for y'all.
Yeah, it's a new leaf for us, maybe.
Yeah, I think he's a sweetie pie. I like my baby. Like
I like his
excited
mirror
for him.
selfies.
Yes, he takes like these like mirror selfies and they're so sassy.
I just didn't want him taking up that Red Bull seat.
Valid.
He
So
can stay on the
we'll
grid.
see. We'll see this year.
Yeah, I still think it would be really weird to see 11 teams on the grid.
I know it's so
But
weird.
yeah, and then their Cadillac released, like, I'm not sure if this is like their official one or like a concept livery, but they released like their livery for next year, which I thought was interesting. It was like a black and like gold vibe, and I know we talked about this yesterday. Like, I think it's very similar to Apex GP, and I think, okay, just hear me out, okay?
I
When-
disagree.
The color scheme is very, very similar, and I think when we're already seeing kind of the negative impacts of the F1 movie on fans, what was it that we talked about like before the summer break?
It was like the crazy race, and someone was like the sunny haze effect.
Yes, see, like the sunny haze effect. I feel like nobody was really glad to see that there. Oh, it was with the racing for Antoine.
Oh yeah.
And obviously this is not as serious of a thing. It's an 11th team. It's not a memorial. But I feel like it's weird to go in as the new 11th team when the movie that just came out about the 11th team has like a similar livery. I don't know. I feel like it's just.
I totally disagree.
I don't think it's gonna distinguish them.
I fear that's something that a movie fan would say, be like, they were influenced by.
I'm not saying they were influenced by it. I just think
It's too coincidental.
I think it's just a little too similar, and I don't think it's gonna help them distinguish themselves as a team. It's gonna kind of make it seem like it's going with the movie.
I don't think so. I mean, Cadillac is a long-standing luxury brand. Like, if people who only know the movie are like, oh, like, they did this because of that, or like, it's too similar, that's on the fans, really. I don't think it's on the company, because, I mean, that is their brand. Like, those are, like, their colors, that's the aesthetic vibe they want to give off. They want to seem, you know, very classy and luxurious. And so I think the livery does a good job at kind of getting that across. I think it's pretty.
It was a pretty livery, I give it that. And I'm excited to see what they do.
I am too. I'm very
I think
excited,
it's very different than
especially
the
with
liveries
the
we
new
have.
regulations in 2026. I think it's gonna be really interesting to see how.
Yeah, it's gonna be so weird with 22 drivers.
I kind of hate it, but that's okay. 20 is such a nice number.
Yeah. To be fair though, like the last 3 years, at least the 3 years we've watched it, there have been more than 20 drivers in the championship at the end anyway.
That's true.
So, you know.
It's a good point.
Alrighty, so moving on to our first race post-summer break, Zandvoort,
Woo!
Max Verstappen's home race.
Yes.
I think the most exciting news is Isaac Hadjar. He not only qualified P4, but he finished on the podium for the first time ever.
I agree. I was so excited for him. I think he's such a phenomenal driver. He's kind of been underrated because he's at kind of like a lower level team, but it was just excellent. Like, it was incredible. He did a really good job. There were experienced drivers like George Russell, Charles Leclerc. They were on his back like almost the entire race, and he managed to hold them off, which was so cool. Like, he's really just, like, he earned himself that podium. He drove really well. I saw there was like an interview with Nico Rosberg because he was there, and he was like, if Red Bull calls him up, he has to say no.
Yeah, that was a couple weekends ago, I thought, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I just mean, like,
Oh, I get it.
clearly
Yeah.
it worked out. Like, this is even more reason to say no, because I'm sorry, I'm just gonna say this. Yuki Tsunoda is in 19th place in the Drivers' Championship.
It's the 19th? Oh no.
In a Red Bull, which is
Yeah.
supposed to be one of the top 4 teams, is absurd.
The Red Bull second
Like,
seat
to
curse
be-
is real.
To be second to last, technically third to last, because like Tori said, there was a driver at the beginning who was kicked out, so technically it's 21, but that's really embarrassing if somebody at your sub-level team is getting a podium and you're 19th.
Yeah.
So, Isaac Hadjar, baby girl, you see them calling, you hang up.
Yeah.
In the wise words of Nico Rosberg, you say no.
I also think, I think this 100% solidifies the fact that Isaac should get Rookie of the Year. I know we've been talking about this a couple times in past episodes, and the one thing that Kimi always had over Isaac was a podium. But now he's got a podium too, and
I agree.
I think it's more impressive.
I'm a little worried about Kimmy, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I
he's
feel
been
like
going through it.
he's so young and he's thrown into this, and I feel like his mistakes have kind of started to snowball. Cause like once you lose that like mental edge, it all slips away from you quick. We saw what happened with Logan Sargent. We see what can happen if you're promoted too early.
You know what?
And
Logan is racing again. He's happy.
But he messed up hard this weekend.
Yes.
He crashed into the back of Charles Leclerc. And not only, like, he took Charles Leclerc out of the race, which we'll talk about the Ferrari disaster that happened, but he got himself a 10-second penalty, and so he finished, like, last in the race. Sorry, 10-second penalty plus a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So 15 seconds total. He was nearly last, and, I mean, with the Ferrari disaster that happened, Mercedes had a chance to, like, really, really close the gap in the Constructors' Championship, and when his team needed him the most, he kind of failed to show. Like, we can't just have George Russell out here scrapping to close the gap while, I mean, Ferrari is normally all hands on deck. So it's really important to have both drivers just at the top of your game, but
I think this
not.
definitely highlighted the fact that he's a much younger driver. Like, he just turned 19. Like, I think that definitely
And it's valid to make mistakes. Everybody
and it is. And I agree with you mean, like, it's snowballing from, like, the engine failures that weren't his fault, but, like, multiple bad races in a row. Like, I think we've seen that. Like, the change in him at the beginning of the season versus now, which is, like, really sad to see. I think that's also why it's so important that drivers don't start out at top teams. Like, you should have some time at the junior team first. You're not always Max Verstappen.
That's true.
You need some time
sometimes, like Oscar Piastri also.
True.
Went well.
True, but at the beginning of 2023, McLaren wasn't good. He didn't finish his first race.
I see what you're saying, but also, like, think about Logan Sargent, who started off in a really bad car. I feel like that deteriorated his confidence, because, like, I think it kind of gets to a point of frustration where you're trying so hard and there's just nothing you can do because your car sucks.
Yeah.
And so that frustration also kind of worsens it.
Yeah.
Either way, it's
like
just rough. Yeah. It's a lose-lose, honestly.
Yeah, and then circling back to Ferrari, man, what a day. I felt like I could not win during that race. So I start watching the race, and I learned that Lewis, before they've even started the formation lap, Lewis is under investigation by the stewards for a yellow flag infringement from the day before, which was unfortunate to say the least. And we didn't know, like, throughout the whole race what his penalty was going to be. They decided after the race for some reason. So it's not even like he had time to serve it during the race. And it actually wouldn't have mattered anyways because he didn't finish the race. It was like raining a little bit, and he just got onto a part of the paint that wasn't dry, and that was it for him.
Yeah, which, I mean, really also goes to show how anybody can make a mistake. You know, a nearly 40-year-old 7-time world champion can screw up. He is 40?
Yeah. I think he just turned 40.
A 40-year-old 7-time world champion can screw up and crash into the wall, just like a 17-year-old kid can dive bomb into the back of a Ferrari. But everybody makes mistakes, but yeah, it wasn't expected from somebody like Lewis. It really kind of shows, like, maybe it's age, maybe it's like the Ferrari depression.
Maybe it definitely is Ferrari. Like, he didn't even have any hope in his voice when after, like, on the team radio they asked, like, are you okay? And he's like, yeah, I'm sorry guys. It was bad.
It was like, what else? Like,
it was
what
really,
else could
really
go
bad.
wrong?
Like, this was supposed to be his dream of driving for Ferrari. This was supposed to be a fresh start for Mercedes.
It's not going well.
No, not at all. So, you know what? At least he wasn't the only Ferrari driver to struggle.
Yeah, that's true. There's just a poor Fred Vasseur. I would probably kill myself.
Yeah.
He's the Ferrari team principal, if you weren't aware, and he probably had the worst day of his life yesterday.
Yeah, poor Charles. They kept zooming in. He was sitting on, like, the grass next to the track.
Okay, but not poor Charles, because he posted one of those photos to his Instagram.
Yeah.
Like, what was with the roadside, like IG post?
It was funny that they kept, like, showing him just watching the race. At one point, he was, like, holding up a phone to his ear. They were like, oh, I think he's trying to listen to our commentary and stuff. Like, it was so unserious.
It was really funny that they kept showing him just sitting on the little hill next to the track.
You know who else they kept showing sitting next to the track? Lando Norris. Because he also did not finish the race.
Yeah, which was honestly insane. At one point, he was just like, you guys, there's, like, smoke coming out, and I'm starting to smell something funky. And let me just tell you, if that was me, I would have stopped the car right there and gotten the hell out, because nothing sounds scarier to me than my car being on fire.
Yeah.
But tried to keep going, didn't work, the engine failed, and his car came to a complete stop, which will have huge ramifications in the Drivers' Championship.
So frustrating.
He was really close to closing the lead on Oscar Piastri, his teammate, who's in first. And I mean, wow, this just sets him back even more.
He was in third at the time, or second.
Second.
If he'd finished second, the gap between them would have been 16 points, and if he'd been able to pass Oscar, it would have been 2 points. And it is just so frustrating because this wasn't his fault, like, whatsoever. It's not like he made a little mistake that snowballed into him having to retire. Like, genuinely, he could not have done anything. And I'd like to point out that McLaren also uses Mercedes engines, and I think that's a sign that Mercedes should stop developing.
Mercedes has had like 5 power failures this season. McLaren summoned their own team.
It's fine when it's their own team. Like, they've done that to themselves. You know what I mean?
I mean, the McLarens purchased it pretty happily.
Yes, but okay, whatever. It's just so frustrating because now
I'm a big fan of the Honda engines. I drive a Honda, so I'm like really just in support of that. Like, go Red Bull engine squad.
Yeah, but so now the gap between them is 35 points with 9 races left, which is still an okay gap. Like, it's still possible. And it's closer than it has been in the last couple years, but it's definitely bigger than 16 or 2, which is just so frustrating. Like, I think I would have killed myself if I were him.
That's true too.
Out of your control completely.
That's really just something like you cannot do anything about, which is even more frustrating to be so powerless.
And they were pretty close to the end.
Yeah, they were.
They were like 15 laps from the end.
It's a shame. You know who else I would probably kill myself if I were them? Carlos Sainz.
Yeah.
So he was actually having a pretty good race. He started top 10. He was doing well. He was in the points. And Liam Lawson, like, crashes into him, and he drops to the end, and then they give him a 10-second penalty, which is absurd. Like, anybody who sees, like, even the commentators were like, that doesn't make sense, because you see it, and it looks like Liam Lawson crashed into him. Even if you don't see it from that perspective, then you either A, just chalk it up to a racing incident and let them both walk away, or B, if you really, really feel like you saw something nobody else saw and it was his fault, you give him a 5-second penalty because Liam Lawson was able to continue the race and he was fine. They also gave Kimi Antonelli a 10-second penalty for crashing into Charles. And if you look at the 2 incidents back to back, there's no world where they deserve the same penalty for what Kimi did for sending Charles spiraling and causing him to DNF, and for what Carlos did, which was getting crashed into. Like, even the commentators were like, this is absurd. And Carlos Sainz was like, you tell the stewards I want to go talk to them after the race. And apparently the stewards were like, no, we don't want to talk to them, which is absurd because like either you screwed up or you're being unfair. Like, what do we? I don't know what Carlos Sainz did, but my lord, it is not his year.
No, you know what? He's having a better year than the Ferraris. I think.
I don't know.
I think his individual races have been a little bit more.
Not easy. Look at the championship standings.
True, but I think like his efforts in comparison to like where his team is have been very good. Versus in comparison of what Ferrari should be and what the drivers are doing.
Yeah.
Like, I think he's exceeding the potential of Williams.
Well, Alex Albon, his teammate, finished
really
5th place.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know.
The midfield teams are really good this year.
That's so true. I don't know if it's kind of like a mental thing, like Carlos is still getting over the Ferrari incident. I don't know if it's an age thing. He just turned 31 today, which is low-key kind of old to be. Like I think, like, I low-key forget he's, like, old.
Me too.
I don't know if he's just not as used to the car yet, but something is going on, and he's just, like, he's having a rough adjustment period. I'm hoping it'll get better, but I feel really bad for him.
Yeah.
I just hope, listen, I feel really bad for Lewis for being unhappy at Ferrari, and I know it's not his fault, because every driver has to do what's best for themselves, but, I mean, I hope he kind of realizes he ended Carlos Sainz's career for nothing, really, for an unhappy time at Ferrari.
Yeah, but I mean, there's no way he could have predicted that.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying.
They did really well last year.
He had his opportunity, and he wanted to do something like he'd always dreamed of. Like, I get it's not his fault. He wasn't like thinking.
But it's unfortunate that that's what had to happen.
It's just such a shame that that's what yeah.
Yeah,
that's
I
the way
mean,
it turned out.
but then again, would Carlos's career really have been that great this year
Maybe.
with the state of Ferrari? I'm not sure.
Charles messed up a few times last year where Carlos thrived.
Yeah.
It could have, you never know. He could have adapted to the car better. Lewis put himself into the wall this race. Maybe Carlos Sainz wouldn't have done that. Because Lewis was doing well, he was pretty high up. And Charles was doing well too, he just got crashed into. That wasn't his fault. Maybe Carlos Sainz would have had a more experienced driver behind him and gotten a few points.
Yep. Okay, moving on to not better news really. Oscar, obviously, I guess we have.
It's not bad.
He won.
He won.
Good for him.
You know, I'm happy for Lance Stroll.
Yeah.
He finished 7th,
That was really
which is good. We love to see a Lance win. The
Yes.
Aston Martins and Fernando Alonso finished 8th, his teammate. They're both drivers for Aston Martin, and you know, they used to be really good, then they got like really, really bad.
I think
And so I'm happy that they did well
They're
again.
doing pretty well. And then also P6, Ollie Behrman.
Very
For
true.
once not finishing in P11, he got some points today, and that was his career best finish, because even when he raced last year with Ferrari, he finished 7th. So I think that's really great. I'm happy for him. I feel like he needed a win.
Like 6 in a Haas beating his P7 in the Ferrari is really cool because it shows kind of the development of the driver, like not just the car.
Yeah.
Like you finish 6th in a Haas, like it really shows how much he has grown, which is pretty cool. That's what you want to see happen.
Yeah, I think that's mostly it. Oh, I wanted to say, we kind of moved on, but I thought about it after. Isaac, during like when they were getting out of their cars and stuff, he looked so lost, and he was like looking for his team, and he turned around, he saw them, and he like ran up to them, and it was just so cute. I love seeing team celebration.
I agree. And his podium celebration was really sweet too.
Yeah.
They like drenched him, like he looked drenched. I think Max Verstappen was like spraying it right in his face.
Yeah.
It was really cute, I think. I think Max Verstappen is a driver who knows how to celebrate other drivers' successes because he has enough of them. He doesn't need to be jealous. He is like he's like good enough to like just be happy for these people. It's really cool.
Yeah, it was a really good first podium for him.
I agree. I love seeing teams celebrate. Nothing makes me happier than when they like run out of their little garage to like the side of the track and all jump and smile together.
I love it so much.
I love it. When Kick Sauber got on the podium, it happened. You know, when this RB right now, I feel like there was some person who was like on the podium. Was like,
I'm not sure.
I don't remember, but it's happened a few times. It always makes me really happy.
I love the Ferrari team spirit. Like whenever they're like, whenever one of their drivers wins and they're all like singing the Italian anthem. I think that is so great. Like they have so much patriotism at Ferrari, and I think it's great.
They it's like in the last few laps, they kept like showing clips of like the RB garage, and like all the engineers were like sitting nervously. Like
I love them so much.
It's such a fun like team environment. I think
it is. Yeah. Alrighty. So I think that's pretty much it for the race.
I think so too.
Nothing too crazy.
It was a good race. I was like, it was kind of boring at first, and then it got exciting really quick.
For me, it was not a very good race, but like content-wise, yes. Switch a couple of the drivers that DNF'd out, and it's a good race. So we're gonna move on to our driver song connections. I feel like we haven't done these for a little while.
Really?
I don't know. Maybe not that much.
I think we have.
Had like a lot of news.
That's true.
All right. Well, we're gonna start off with Mercedes as the story of us.
I'm excited about this one. I love listening to the story of us, and it just like reminded me, and I was like, oh my god, like I wrote this one down forever ago. We should do it. I wasn't sure if we had done it already, but I'm glad to hear we haven't because it's a really good song.
Yeah.
And so, it starts off saying, well, the song is really just the story of like two people who used to be really close, and then something happened and they're not anymore. And it's just kind of like wondering, like wishing you could have had the happy ending. And so it starts off saying, I used to think one day we'd tell the story of us, how we met and the sparks flew instantly, and people would say they're the lucky ones. So that's kind of how like they met when they were so young. Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg, they were best friends when they were little. And so that's kind of like sparks flew instantly, and then people would say they're the lucky ones because they eventually got to be on the same team at Mercedes, and that's a lot of people think that's really cool. Like, you know, you get to be on a team with your best friend. Like,
they even thought
they're so lucky. Yeah, they were so excited about it.
If only they knew.
And I mean, if you don't know, I mean, that relationship, being teammates with somebody you're that close to is a really hard thing to do because you were constantly measured up against
Especially
each
when
other.
you're the top car and you're fighting for the championship.
Especially if one of you is thriving more than the other one, it leads to a lot of like resentment, and it's sad. But
yeah, so then it's like, I used to know my place was a spot next to you, and now I'm searching the room for an empty seat, because lately I don't even know what page you're on. Like, they were inseparable. You can even see, like, in all the podiums, from before their relationship was fractured, even when they were teammates, like, they were always so close to each other, and then, like, slowly they just distanced and stuff. To the point where, like, they don't even know anything about each other. Because Lewis didn't know that Nico was retiring, right?
No, he, like, announced.
Yeah.
And, like, spot next to you on team, you know, and then, like, empty seat is, like, you know, like
his seat,
like his seat, like going to Ferrari, like an empty seat, like kind of just like escaping all like the angst at Mercedes.
Yeah.
I like to think we can do like every lyric for this song.
Yeah, it's like a really, really accurate one.
The next one is a simple complication, miscommunications lead to fallout, so many things that I wish you knew, so many walls up I can't break through. And so, you know, a simple complication is just like the act of them being teammates. Miscommunication because, you know, they could have talked and worked through their issues, but they became so bitter and like resentful of each other, even to the point where Nico Rosberg, wasn't he like looking at like Lewis's like strategies or something, like when Lewis didn't know, like these little things, so it leads to the fallout. So many things that I wish you knew, so many walls up I can't break through. Like Tori said, like they got to a point where they didn't even like know anything about each other anymore. They got so distant. They like refused to let the other like see through them anymore. And it's so sad. Like there's interviews of Nico Rosberg and he's like, he's still my best friend in my heart. So like I mean, I'm sure Lewis knows that now. We don't really know how much the relationship is in private now, but so many things that I wish you knew, because like they really did mean so much to each other, and they kind of just like forgot about that.
I hate Mercedes. I can't. And then just like next, we're literally going every single line at
Bar
this
for
point.
bar.
Now I'm standing alone in a crowded room and we're not speaking, and I'm dying to know, is it killing you like it's killing me? And that part, that honestly like makes me picture all those scenes in the cool down rooms when they used to have all the press and they had a bunch of other people in the cool down rooms and it wasn't just the drivers. And you see like Nico on one side and Lewis on the other, and they're talking to everybody, but they're not talking to each other.
There's such a cinematic breakup.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't know what to say since the twist of fate when it all broke down. That's like, I mean, that makes me think of the interview where the reporter's asking about it and Lewis just goes, yeah, well, we're not friends. And then that's just it. Like, that's end of the conversation. Like, no elaboration. Like, that's it.
So awkward.
I can't.
I know. And then, you know, it says the story of us looks a lot like a tragedy now. And like, I mean, that's exactly what we're talking about. Like, this is some like Greek tragedy type crap that happened here, because it did have a sad ending. Like, it's one of those things that like the audience, well, I mean, we get to say this because we kind of joined into all this lore a little bit later.
Yeah.
So we kind of look at it as like we know something bad is going to happen. Like anytime you hear like a story about them, it's like there is an ominous fate lurking at the end, which is they turn from such strong love and such a cool bond to just hatred, you know? Like they used to be childhood best friends, and they would like dream about this together. They were like, they'd be like on like a boat, like eating like pizza or something, and they'd be like talking about like how they wish to be in F1 one day together, and we just like, we know that it's gonna end in such hatred. It's so sad. And
at least it's not a hatred anymore.
Yeah, at least it's just like,
I still have hope.
It's just, it's giving like somebody that I used to know.
When Lewis retires,
also really sad.
I'm hoping for a reconciliation.
I agree.
Not that that will be soon, because Lewis is gonna stay.
I don't know if I should like skip ahead now. I feel bad when we're going like every single line.
I think we're fine, because the next one is very just like one of the ones that's like vibes. So I think it's good that we go more in depth on this one.
But I mean, honestly, like we've said a lot of this already. So I'm gonna skip a little to the bridge.
Okay.
If you wanna go back to second verse, we can. But it says, sorry, I'm just like talking a lot. I need to like catch my breath. Sometimes when I like have like a strong idea, my brain is just
I just don't breathe when
get it all out. I know, and then I'm like,
yeah.
Okay. The bridge says, this is I still forget to swallow. Sorry, last night. This is looking like a contest of who can act like they care less, but I liked it better when you were on my side. And so, like she said, like we're not friends. Like ew, like who even is that guy? Like I don't even know him. Like they're acting like this didn't like kill them, like as if Lewis Hamilton's dog isn't named after Nico Rosberg.
Or if Nico Rosberg could only eat Frosted Flakes the week before the championship race.
I want to hear a little bit more about that, because I feel like I don't know the full lore of that.
From what I know, basically just like leading up to the race that decided in 2016, like the only thing Nico Rosberg had said he was able to stomach was like Frosted Flakes, as something they used to like always eat. So it was like a trauma response.
That's low-key insane.
Yeah.
But yeah,
like if that doesn't show you how deep it went, I don't know what would.
he literally retired after winning the championship because he was like, screw this, like it was too much for him. And so, but I liked it better when you were on my side, because I mean, you know, like they used to be fighting for the same thing. Now they're fighting against each other.
Even at the beginning of the time at Mercedes, like they were with each other.
Exactly. Like they were a good, like they were bro-sadies, you guys, like bros, like that's a big deal. And you know, just kind of like reminiscing at the time, like what you said with the Frosted Flakes, like just kind of like a longing for that time that you just know is not there anymore, and I just have to act like all nonchalant.
Yeah.
But
Or
it's
even-
not a nonchalant
Or even
thing.
now, like in the last race when Nico was doing the commentary and he was talking about like all their memories and like Lewis flipping over the jet ski and stuff. Like
I truly think a friendship breakup deep enough can affect a person's like
Yeah.
entire life.
I'm glad that he like can talk about it though.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's nice.
See.
I think you can see like it's never gonna go back to the way it was. But
Of course, but no, like I mean, they're
Yes.
older now. They're past it.
exactly.
Like in the moment, like that messed them up for a period of time.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel like that's pretty good. I feel
Right.
like that's like most of it.
I mean, you guys can listen to it. You can match every single lyric up in your heads if you
Mhm.
want, but that's really like you guys get the vibes.
yeah, like a little bit tying back to what you were just saying about how it's just like a competition of like who can care less. Like, oh, well, we're not friends. Like, oh, I'm scared to
Yeah.
see the ending. Why are we pretending this is nothing?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I also just like the line in the song that says, "I've never heard silence quite this loud." I think that's a good line. Just want to throw that out there. And it's just like, I think it encapsulates like an awkward moment really well, because like there's so much unspoken between them,
yeah.
but like they just can't bring up the courage to say it.
Also, another little stray one here is like I'm starting to think one day I'll tell the story of us, and I kind of see that as like how Nico Rosberg, like I was saying, like now will tell like fun memories. Like they can still like tell their story a little bit.
Yeah.
So,
Cute song. Cute
Yeah, that's
connection.
that.
I like
And
that
then
one.
next up, we have one of my favorite duos, Carlando as Last Kiss. So obviously, this is a very like
This is not as lyrically driven.
I don't want to say romantic song, but it's
No, it's a super romantic song.
it's like a sad one.
It's like a breakup song.
It's not So obviously, like the lyricism doesn't directly tie in, but
you get
it
the
somehow
vibes.
does. If you want to start.
Okay, so the song is kind of about like having someone you love, and then they kind of leave you unexpectedly, and you're just kind of like shocked and like reeling from that. And so Carlos Sainz and Lando Norris were teammates at McLaren before Carlos Sainz decided to leave. And where'd he go after that? Was it Renault?
No, he went to Ferrari.
Oh, that was to Ferrari?
Yeah. He went
Oh.
from Renault to McLaren.
Oh, okay. So good from, but then he got this offer at Ferrari, which I mean, obviously, like you can't turn that down.
I think.
No, I think you're right.
Okay.
So
I'm
that-
pretty sure.
I think so too. But I mean, like that's something like you can't really turn down. You know, like it's for the best. Like you have to take it. And so he decided to leave. But that can kind of come as a shock, especially to people who are like Lando Norris, who's been at McLaren his entire career.
Yeah,
And
who-
so the
who
song is-
was in
yeah.
his rookie season. Like Carlos was his teammate. Like that was his first
Exactly.
teammate that he like looked up to, and they were like so close.
Yeah, they were really good friends. And
They
so
still are really
it's-
good friends.
No,
thankfully.
yeah, it's not like a Mercedes breakup. It's just kind of like that, like
It's not the same.
shock of losing somebody so quickly. And so, one of the lyrics is, "You told me you loved me, so why did you go away?" And that's basically what we've just been talking about. Like, they had so many good times together, and so it can be a little bit sad to be like I know why you're leaving, but like why did you have to leave? You know, like obviously career-wise that was the best opportunity for him, but they had something so good, it must like really hurt. Like it must be hard to understand how somebody could just leave all that behind.
And to be the one like just still there.
Exactly. Imagine if he had stayed.
That'd be crazy.
He could have, like, wait, that kind of just made me sad.
Yeah.
Like, he could be doing excellent in McLaren, but he chose to go to Ferrari,
Do you think he would still
where they
be at
eventually
McLaren?
booted him. I don't know.
I don't think he would.
But Lando is. So it's
True.
not crazy to say Carlos Sainz could have been.
Maybe.
And then,
Oh.
or do you want me to keep going?
Yeah. Let's see. Where
She
we
just
are.
learned the song,
I did.
so we're giving her some grace.
See, like now I'll go sit on the floor wearing your clothes. All I know is I don't know how to be something you miss. The wearing your clothes thing, I feel like it's kind of more so like taking on that legacy. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I think of it as kind of like wearing your clothes, like wearing like your jersey, like your team, like wearing the shirt that once used to kind of like represent Carlos Sainz, and now he's just wearing that alone.
and also it's like now I'm the experienced one. Like Daniel Ricciardo's a newcomer in the team, and he's not like, he has seniority, not in age obviously, but like he's got like
at the team,
seniority at the team.
Like that
he's
shirt that
senior.
used to represent them both.
Yeah.
Is now just kind of like a mournful thing.
Yeah. Yeah, here you go next.
Sorry, I'm really tired. Okay, the bridge says, so I'll watch. First of all, I just love this bridge. I think it's one of the most like heart-wrenching bridges she has. And fun fact, when she like there's a big thing with fans about like the shaky breath in Last Kiss. And so when she re-recorded it, there wasn't really the shaky breath anymore, and people were really sad. But now that Taylor owns her masters, everybody's free to go listen to it and feel that shaky breath, because it really just adds to the emotion.
Mm-hmm.
But the bridge says, so I'll watch your life in pictures like I used to watch you sleep. And I mean, like we said, that's like a very intimate romantic line.
Yeah.
But also like, you know, like the way like they used to travel together, like probably watch them sleep at one point.
I mean, there's all those videos of Lando Norris sleeping in like
exactly
the garage.
Like
and
it's
things
not
like
like
that.
they weren't close enough to like be like as vulnerable as like they were to like sleep like that, but also like I'll watch your life in pictures, because they used to talk every day now, but now he kind of has to like watch what he does through the Ferrari lens. Like yeah, like he probably like had to watch like the Charles and Carlos C squared YouTube videos. Like
I miss those though.
Like he watches his life from more of a distance. I don't remember exactly what it was that happened, but there was like contract rumors about one of them, and the other one texted them being like, is this true? Whereas like there was a point in time where they would be
were involved in those. They were there.
Exactly. And so, and I feel you forget me like I used to feel you breathe. You know, Lando with Daniel, and then Oscar, Carlos with Charles, and now Alex. Like it's just like the process of like finding that teammate bond with someone new, and a lot of fans now know Carlos's friendship with Charles really closely and value that. But there was a time, you know, when it was like Carlando, like they were the thing.
Like that was it.
Yeah. And then, and I hope the sun shines and it's a beautiful day and something reminds you you wish you had stayed. And so again, same thing, like stayed at McLaren. I'm really just kind of thrown for a loop now, wondering what would have happened.
That would be insanity.
Like, I wonder if he ever does wish he had stayed at McLaren nowadays.
I don't know. I have to think that maybe he didn't, because he did do well at Ferrari. Like he found a lot of success there,
Agreed.
and I don't think there's anything to regret.
But he could be fighting for the world championship right now.
But who's to say they wouldn't have wanted Oscar still?
Yeah, that's the thing. There's no way to know. But yeah, just kind of like, you know, you're out, beautiful day, all sunny, and then like there's just like one little thing that's like kind of just hits you like a truck. Like you don't expect it. You're out having a good day, and then something you're thrown for a loop thinking about what you kind of had, which is really sweet. And something like one must experience when you choose to like leave a team behind and give all your energy to a new team.
Yeah. Also, I want to throw back to one of my favorite podiums, which is the Singapore Grand Prix in 2023, when
that was a bit traumatic for me personally. That was a race that George Russell was like about to like pass for the win, and he like crashed on like the last lap into the wall.
But better news, it meant
like how you
we
feel
got-
about Lewis is like
Yeah.
how I felt then.
We
Except
got
my thing was
our
worse.
first ever Carlando podium, and they talked about it like this is something that they always wanted to have together, and they got it. And Carlos kept Lando in the
It's really
DRS,
cute.
and the team said, and he was like, "No, it's on purpose," and they got to celebrate together. I love it.
That is really cute.
Yeah.
I love the no it's on purpose thing. Cause like if not, like whoever was in third could have maybe passed Lando.
Right, and
And
he made
so
sure like
the
we're
fact
getting
that
that one too.
Carlos slowed down so that Lando could be in a range of him to like have that
Keep
little
his spot.
turbo boost so that they could both be 1 and 2 is really cute.
Yeah, I love that race. It was like so great, and then also just like being in the 2023 season. That was a life-changing
That was
race.
actually like insanely traumatic for me personally, but that's fine.
All right, well, for everyone else, it was a really, really great race.
It was a cool race and I'm happy for them.
Yeah.
It was really sweet.
So, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. And then we're going to end off with a game.
Woo!
We're doing Word Chain today.
Woo!
Yay! Okay, question. Can we use songs from The Life of a Showgirl?
I think we should.
All right.
I think we should be able to.
I don't remember many of them, but
Also, implementation. What if we have like a timer? Like if on your phone you pull up like 5 seconds.
oh god.
Just to, like
Okay.
just to add, just so there's like no like we can make it 10 if you prefer.
What do we
but,
do like a nice like 7 in between?
Okay, so there's no like disparity, you know. There's no like like
Yeah.
when did you start to count? Like this is like on the clock.
All right. Wait, let me test it.
And
Let's see
for
how-
those of you at home, feel free to help out. I mean, obviously you can't help out, but I mean play along.
Okay, and then we can just press repeat. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. All right, let me.
Ooh.
All right.
Should we start with what are we doing? Like songs
I
and
think we should do
drivers?
anything.
Like
free
anything
range.
Taylor Swift or Formula One related.
Yeah, free range. Sorry, I'm really
Period.
messing up this timer. Yeah,
That's okay. Do you want
I'm ready. I'm good to go.
I'm actually really nervous.
I know. Okay, I don't think I want to hold the timer actually. Yeah.
Okay, I can. You want me to just do it the whole time?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'm not gonna show it like here.
All right.
And
Who's starting?
I'll start.
Okay.
Who's afraid of little old me?
That's an E. Enchanted.
Dear John.
That's an N. Oh my God, Nico Hulkenberg.
That's a G. Gorgeous.
S. Sergio Perez.
Ooh. Zhou Guan Yu.
Oh, darn. Oh my God, the U again. Oh my God, what goes with you? No.
And I'm gonna say, Untouchable. It's like a Fearless Era song.
Okay. Well,
So that's
Man.
1 point for me.
yeah, all right.
Should we run it back?
Yeah, you want to do one more?
Mhm.
Okay, I'll
You
start.
start this time.
The Life of a Showgirl.
L, that is Liam Lawson.
N. Nico Rosberg.
G, that is, can I say gorgeous again?
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
Oh, now I have to think of another S though. I hate this timer.
Okay, and I'm going to
I didn't want to say Sergio again, but he's the only one I could think of
I
because
know.
of that.
Oh, I guess I can't say Story of Us, can I? Sad, Beautiful, Tragic.
Okay. Well, no tiebreaker round,
Okay.
so it's okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You're gonna do one more? I can up the time limit.
No, it's okay.
Okay.
You know what? I won last time we played a game.
No, you won the time before last time.
All right. Well, I've won once, and that is what matters.
This is our 24th episode, by the way. But yeah, she has won once.
I've probably won like maybe one other
She's
time.
won a couple times. I'm sure you've won a few times.
They're in there somewhere.
Yeah.
You should just go watch all of our episodes to find out.
Yeah, and then you can like let us know.
Yeah.
Like, fun.
Crazy thought.
Crazy thought.
Yeah. Well,
I think that brings us to an end.
yes. What's the next race? Monza is next week. I am
Huh.
very, very excited. A lot of Ferrari pride. There is
That's
a lot
true.
of pressure riding on this race, I think, for Ferrari.
Yeah, there
Um,
is.
But it's okay. We'll have a double Ferrari podium. First Lewis
Uh-huh.
win of the season. I'm ready.
Yes, totally. And we'll talk a little bit more about the Life of a Showgirl track, some predictions, some more thoughts.
Yeah.
And yeah, we will see you guys then there. Thank you as always for listening. As always, make sure to follow our Instagram and TikTok at Cut the Headlights Podcast. We're also on YouTube now, so subscribe.
Yeah.
Woohoo! And just tell your friends to listen because, like, why not? Like,
Yeah, might as well.
you guys might find a new hobby to bond over. And I don't mean F1, I mean listening to our podcast.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, you can bond about F1 too, but mainly the podcast.
Yeah. Okay, but yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you.
We'll see you next time.